Hello, today is November 23rd, 2017. I've been away from the market for a few days. It might take me a few days to get back in the swing of things, but let's go over what's happened since the last time I made one of these videos. We get to cross this ultimate MEJT target off the list. We had some action in the last few days. You can see the resistance and support from the MEJT lines, but there are no new targets from the system. Let's go over the general idea and then go over what happened the last few days. The general idea is that even though this has been an unrelenting advance, it still can be counted only as a three-wave structure, and at some point has to retrace. Now this high was one of those points. I also have a point at 2666 in January that works, and I'm certain there are some other numbers that work too. We said that if we went over this high by a point or so, it wouldn't really change anything, particularly since futures had already traded over that price. C equals twice A at 25.9358. We're still pretty close to that, and as long as we still are close, it's one of the possible areas for this rally to end. But if we go very much past it, there are other numbers that work too, and the real confirmation would be if some of these lows started to be undercut. No matter what happens, you can always come out with a count that makes sense. This works as a three-wave structure up, but it also works as a five-wave structure with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wave 5 being a Fibonacci percentage of waves 1 through 3. So if this is wave C up of larger degree, you can make the case for it ending here. But as I say, other numbers work too. We rallied up, hit a new high, and it's good that we've been able to close over the old high. But we haven't closed over it by much. What isn't good is that after gapping up and hitting some new highs, we can't hold on to any of them, and can't even hold on to some of these lows. Now, I believe Friday's action will have a pattern with an early high, and Monday's action will have a pattern with an early high. In general, they tend to lead to rallies in the market more often than not. The day after Thanksgiving holiday tends to be an up day. The market's been in an uptrend. This really isn't the most propitious time to look for a decline. However, the weekend includes some dates I've been watching as a possible change in trend, so we have to keep our antenna up. Right now, if the market intends to move higher, it shouldn't be too hard to promptly take out these earlier highs, ideally by gapping over them. If so, I think that there's every reason to believe the rally will continue, and the higher we go over this price, the more likely it is to continue. But if the market has all these things going for it and gaps down sharply instead, at least after the fact, you can explain why this is a logical price and a logical time for this leg to end. So, we're looking for the early action Friday, which because of the stub session might be delayed into Monday. We're in a strong uptrend. All we have to do to keep it going is to clear these highs promptly. But if we can't clear these highs promptly, and particularly if we gap down smartly under this low, if that happens, you can make a case for this being a significant high. So it's a potential top, but until the reversal happens, it's tough to bet money on it with the current trend in place. And that's today's call.